Okay, so welcome to our next class. This class we are going to be creating our DAT project. So we'll be writing our DAT command line applications, and we'll be seeing we use this avenue or this particular class to learn some few things like expression, variables, types, operators, and different things. So let's dive into it. So I'm going to create a new DAT project. I'm going to create a new DAT project. You just need to write DAT create, and I'm going to do DAT underscore basic and click enter. And you can see it right here that it has been created, right? And if I go in here, you can see go into the bin. So this bin actually gets run, right? And if I clear this up and then do run right here, you can see we have hello world 42. So it print this and also go into this that basic and then print this. But where we'll be using today is the bin folder. So we just delete the lib and also delete the test. We'll not be doing anything related to that. We'll delete this, and what we'll just keep here is the entry point. I'm going to tell you what an entry point is, but this is where we are going to stay for now. So as we have done that, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to do git add all this to commit and git commit first commit, and we have committed to git. So so what are we going to be looking at? We are going to be looking at expressions and variables, statements, things like that. That's what we're going to be looking at. So here we are going to create a new folder called expression or var and expression, variable and expression dot dat, right? And then what we are going to be doing here, we don't need this that basic, so we just remove this. What we need is our variable and expression. So to run our first program, we need an entry point. So just like when you want to do something, maybe when you want to turn on your computer, you have your power button. Same thing with that has a place where the whole thing starts to run. Or when you're going to your house, you have your main door that leads you to your room and every part of your house. Same thing with that, and that place is called main. So this is it's our main, and this main, it's where runs our code. So from here, whatever thing we write inside here, it will get run, and then you can see the results on our console, or you can see it on terminal. So let's say I do print here hello voyagers, and I add semicolon at the end. To run this, you can see there is currently I'm using VS Code. If you are using a different editor, you might not see this, but if you have successfully set up your VS Code editor, you should be able to see this run debug. And if I click on run, you can see the results down here on the debug console. Even though I run the debug right here, you're going to see the result here. Or if you want to use the terminal, you can do cd cd to that basic. So what this does, we are going to this folder on the terminal, and then then we do that run bin slash variable expression dot that. So if I run this, you can see that we have hello voyages. So these are just how we can be running our command line application and seeing results. And so what are variables, expressions? But before we go into that lane, let's know what a statement is. So an example of a statement is what we are seeing right here. So a statement actually does something. So when you go to a police station, they say write a statement. It's what happened. Why did they arrest you? So here you can see that we are trying to tell our dat compiler to print on the console hello world, hello voyagers. So and you can see the result right here. So let's look at what a variable is. So to create a variable, you need to use the var keyword, and then let's say name, and I'm going to use Paul as the name. And you can see that I've added semicolon at the end, very important. Without that, it's going to show you an error, and that kind of error is to tell you expected to find semicolon at the end, and you need to add that. And for us to see this being printed on the screen, we need to do print name. And if we run this, you can see that we have Paul right here. And what does this tell us? It tells us that the value Paul right here is assigned to name, and you can access Paul from name, right? You can access the character Paul from name, and that simply tells you that name right here is a storage, is like a storage. It holds value, right? And this name right here is what is called variable. You can deep dive into what variable is from the PDF file I'm going to be sharing you guys, and you can read more about what variable is. And in the other hand, what's an expression? An expression is a value. In the other hand, like what we have here, this is an expression. If you do 1 plus 1 and then run this, it gives you 2 as a result. This is an expression. And a variable can actually hold different types of data, which we are going to look at in the next video. And you can see that this variable, what is holding, the type of the value is holding, is a string, and a string is group of characters. Example like this. And if I do something else like age, and then I use, let's say 23, and then I over on it, you can see that we have integer right here, and the type of this variable is an integer, right? So using var keyword on the front of a variable is to tell that this variable can actually hold whatever type you give. So we can do true. You can see that true is a type, is a data type, and which we are going to uncover in the next video. And if you over on this, you see is a boolean. So variables can hold different type, and with variable you can be able to store things on your program, use it to do some certain operations you want to do. So for example, let's do something. So let's do age. We do let's say we do x is 10, and then we do y is 20, and then we do we just let's remove this name and also remove this Paul name Paul. Then we do x plus y, and if you do x plus y, what will be the result? You guessed it, right? It's going to be 30. So 10 plus 20 is 30. So you can see that this is a storage that holds 10, and this is a storage that holds 20. And for you to be able to store something to a variable, remember to use the assign keyword. You might be seeing this on mathematics, that this is like equal to. Here we don't call it equal to. What we call equal to is this. When you use it to like this, when you use it, this is equal to. But with just a single one, it's called assign. So we are assigning 20 to y, and we're also assigning 10 to x. So and then these are the reference of this value. So x is 10, y is 20. 10 plus 20 gives you 30. So that's it for this lesson. Hope to see you on the next.